Hey guys, long time no video. Thought I'd make one on a recent change I made to my main carry, which is a Glock 45 MOS. Not a lot of changes and aftermarket stuff other than an aftermarket adapter plate, which is a calculated connects dog tag with the hollow Sen EPS. I do have aftermarket Ameriglows for co-witness. And I do have the first gen, I think, or the earliest release of the Glock Performance Trigger with a steering coat flat face shoe. Right now there is nothing in the chamber. No magazine, it's empty. It is safe. It is pointed in the right direction. There's no ammo near me. But otherwise, OEM everything else. I do have some grippy tape on there, which I'll probably replace soon because some of that stuff's coming off. This is handle grips. I've had it for about a month. The reason I like the flat face shoe is the length of pull is a lot easier for my finger to reach. It's an aluminum shoe, so there's not much flex. And the take up is very small, or short. So as soon as this is me contacting it and disengaging the safety trigger. And then that's the take up. That's where I'm hitting the wall. Then at about 3.5 to 4 pound pull, that's the break. And you guys see how far back the trigger will move. But once the actual firing pin cocks or resets, you'll notice this goes back more. So there's a bit of overtravel. Now, first and foremost, I'm not a trigger snob. I feel like if you have a good, smooth trigger pull, you should be able to pull that trigger without any disruption. But it is nice to get a little bit smoother, and this is a really easy mod that I did to kind of fix that over travel without having to add like a screw-in pin into the or get a different shoe or have to modify my my trigger housing. So basically, like I said, that is the over travel. And the over travel basically is how far back the trigger will go and how far forward you have to go for the reset to happen. Now, I'm not a reset shooter where I pull and then once it resets, I try to feel for the reset, then I shoot. I just pretty much shoot, let go, and pull again. That's honestly how it should be as far as your style of shooting. But if you notice, this is the trigger bar. There's a little bit of a gap between the frame and the trigger bar. What you can do is, obviously, when you're pulling the trigger, that gap gets smaller. So what I saw, and I got these little hard to find little things, just a little ball bearing or a BB. I don't know the size of this one. I got 4 different ones, and this is the one that did the best for me without with it still allowing for a right. Drop it right in there. So it actually blocks the trigger bar from going too far, but far enough to allow for a reset or the sear to disengage to allow for the gun to actually fire. If you get too far, if you get the ball too big, it'll not allow your trigger to go far back enough to actually fire, and you can have some issues. If it's a little too small, it basically may not change it, or it may still have a bit of a wiggle. But with that in there, let me put this back on here. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that on camera, YouTube. It's my fault. But everything is safe, I promise. Please don't strike me. Alright. So right now, that BB is rattling around in there. Now, if I were to disassemble this with the frame like this or on the side, that little device can fall out, but you can get a replacement. But now, take up still the same. Once you pull the trigger, you notice it stops there. It no longer pulls back any further. And there's the reset there. So all it really does is shortens the distance between the over travel and then the reset itself. Will that make a real difference? Probably not, but I thought it was an interesting little thing. I have not shot at the range, and I just popped that in maybe a couple of days ago. I did shoot this guy at a little drill night last week, and I haven't been to the range, but I'll probably hit it up within a day or two. I just got another case of ammo to try. But yeah. I do like how the performance trigger feels, especially with the shoe. Some people may not like it. Some people prefer to pay $300-400 for a new trigger system. And that's up to you. I just want mine to be reliable and smooth, and I can pretty much know when my parts will wear and when to maintain them and stuff. Otherwise, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Think if it's a good idea. Let me know, but I guess we'll see. But I'm not seeing too much downsides to it other than possibly losing that little BB.